Welcome to the commentary booth where we watch and you guessed it, commentate on the week that was in movies and TV. I'm your host and play-by-play commentator, Jamie Apps, and each week I'm joined by a rotating cast of color commentators to help you find your next viewing treat. This week I'm joined by a freelance social commentator who lists their favorite movie as American Psycho and favorite TV show as Yellowstone, celebrating a monumental day for him right now. Welcome to the show, Blake Robinson.
Thank you for having me, Jamie Apps. Yes, there is cause for celebration in the world of West's Tigers supporters. It's a glorious day. It's a glorious night.
I think this might be the first
podcast
where I've had two in a row where the other person has been wine timing.
Really? Well, 'tis the season, Jamie, as they do say. Oh, that's been my excuse for everything lately. This past few weeks, 'tis the season. Oh, someone questions, yeah, whatever. 'Tis the season.
Yeah, Karina just loves that because when I normally record with Karina, it's like late at night, so it's fair enough wine time for her. But yeah, you're just randomly having
it's
red wine on a Tuesday.
It's 8 p.m. Don't yuck my yums. Like I said, it's cause for celebration, and 'tis the season. Yeah, I was just going to say, when do you think you get away with no longer saying 'tis the season? Like the second week in January, maybe?
Yeah, probably when most people are starting to go back to work.
It's like April. 'Tis the season. It's Easter.
Yeah. No, you wait till like the end of March, and then as soon as April, it's like, it's back again.
Well, bro, if you're David Jones or Maya and you've got Halloween decorations on the shelves and Christmas decorations on the shelves, like what's going on there? Like there's no room for both. They need to woo up, hey? They need to woo up.
Don't worry, the Easter eggs will be out in the next week or two.
Honestly, there'll be Halloween decorations on the shelves at the same time as Easter eggs soon. I'm going to guarantee it within 10 years.
Yeah, probably.
No questions asked.
I reckon Boxing Day, the Easter eggs will start rolling out straight away.
It's so bleak. Well,
the hot cross buns will be out.
Honestly, no cap. I could have sworn I've seen hot cross buns at Woolies this week.
Yeah, probably. Actually, they've got to do the Australia Day stuff first. They've got to put some Australian flags out.
Yeah, good. That should be year-round merchandise you can purchase.
Okay, so enough of the silliness. Although
Speaking of chocolate
and more silliness, this week we're venturing into a world of pure imagination as we review the new film Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet as the younger version of the iconic chocolatier Willy Wonka. This movie is a 2023 musical fantasy film directed by Paul King, and it's about a man armed with nothing but a hat full of dreams. The film tells the origin story of a young chocolatier, Willy Wonka, as he attempts to change the world one delectable bite at a time. Before we dig into the cast list, what did you think of this one on a surface level?
On a surface level, it irritated me and I didn't enjoy it.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I have been dragging this movie through, I won't say mud, through the chocolate river to everyone I've mentioned it to.
Yeah, but you like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so
who doesn't? Who doesn't like Johnny Depp?
Can we judge you?
Can we go back a bit here? I like Charlie and Chocolate Factory, yes, but I also love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I don't pick sides here. I love both of them, and this movie's just on it. Like you can't have it on the same level as those. It's an out and out kids movie. It's a proper kids movie. This, and I'm not here to.
Although the other two have like a bit of dark,
naughty.
Gross,
this one is just so lame.
Disturbing sequences. This
was lame. Straight
up. Very like PG. This one.
You know how I've been describing this movie, Jamie? It's like a kids movie it's a movie that they've dumbed down for kids, and there's nothing cheeky in it. Whereas movies like that I enjoy, kids movies, Over the Hedge, Zootopia, The Secret Life of Pets, B Movie. These are kids movies that have cheeky little jokes and adult references in them. Like they're kids movies that adults can enjoy. Whereas this is like, I think this was meant to be like an adult, sort of like an adult's kids movie. That's just a kids movie, if that makes sense. Instead of kids movies that are sort of adult movies.
I guess, yeah, it's probably appealing more to people our age, like with the nostalgia for the 70s Willy Wonka, but like,
Well, I love the idea of like a prequel, but I didn't like it being an out and out kids movie. Like there was nothing funny in this. There was nothing cheeky in this. Like there was so many times in this movie, I just thought of everyone in the cinema that was like around our age and demographic that would have been thinking this is so lame. Like I was expecting walkouts, Amy.
yeah, I guess there wasn't like, I think
I
probably
don't know. I just thought this was it was just lame.
yeah,
I
there's
know.
nothing in there like for the parents to sort of get that wink and nod, like, oh, that's a joke just for me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you would have no trouble sending your kids to see this. Like there's nothing edgy or nothing you need to have a conversation with them about afterwards. Whereas Barbie, if you took your little girls to see it, there probably is a few edgy
There's some conversations
jokes. Yeah,
afterwards.
there's some conversational topics in Barbie, but there was none of that in Wonka. I don't know. Like it just didn't entertain me.
Yeah, I think probably the most edgy thing in this one is the
Got the milking of the
Bleacher
giraffe.
and Mrs. Scrubbit relationship, and yeah, milking a draft.
Yeah, that was a bit silly. That was, wasn't it? I'll take that back. That was actually pretty funny. That little relationship when he come out in that silk dressing gown, that was kinky as.
Yeah,
That
that's probably
cheeky
as
it got, though.
that's as
But
cheeky as it gets. Yeah,
as far as weird as it got, what is doing with milking a giraffe? I didn't even know you could do that.
I guess like they say in Meet the Fockers, you can milk anything with nipples.
Hey, they got almond milk. I ain't seen almonds with no titties. Who's milking almonds?
Got to milk them almonds.
Yeah, so that was a bit weird.
Yeah, so I thought this movie was like charming, sweet, and magical.
Yeah,
it didn't have any of those sinister, menacing elements like 1971 with like the boat rides through the Chocolate River, like that. I still remember, like, I still like watch Willy Wonka, and that scene still disturbs me. But this one, like, had none of that. Yeah, much more kid friendly. This one.
Yeah,
like, it's probably is it G rated? It'd be barely pushing PG if it's.
I have no idea why it would be PG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that
there's a weird direction it took this movie. I don't know. Like I said, I love the idea of making a prequel and a bit of a Wonka backstory. But yeah, this wasn't it for me.
Yeah, I thought that decision to go with a totally new story rather than remaking a movie that's already had a remake, essentially, like.
Oh, I'm so glad
was
there wasn't
a masterstroke to do something totally new.
we didn't need a remake. A prequel was a great idea. Has there been a prequel already written, like a book? Is this what that's based off? Or is this completely new story?
I think there's a sequel book.
Yeah, there is. Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. Yeah, that's long. That's well old. Hey, where's the movie for that?
I think they took elements from that book for this movie, but I just think with the direction they've gone in this, it felt new and fresh, but still had lots of those like nods to the 1970s Wonka. Didn't really have any to the other Wonka.
What else was there?
But I also didn't think any of the songs in this one were anywhere near as memorable as the 1971 classic, and I couldn't tell you a single song from the Johnny Depp Wonka.
All I can remember is his big glasses. But the one thing the only enjoyable moment in this movie for me was the last scene when Chalamet, of absolute pure thoroughbred fame, started singing Pure Imagination. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for that.
Yep. Yeah, I wrote down a few things that like were I picked out as callbacks while watching it. Was the first one I saw was when Wonka arrives in this new city and he's walking through town and he goes to walk down the stairs and he does the pause and rewind step.
Did he? Oh, I missed that.
The steps. I was like, oh, he did the cool, like that's a nod to the 71 when
homage. I did notice that. I noticed another one. His cane always stuck in the ground too, like Jane's did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's the go with that?
I think it's just part of his like magic trick.
Yes.
Because he's a magician.
He is a magician.
Then we had at the end we had the chocolate waterfall with the The chocolate river as well. I thought that was obviously going to happen at some point. The golden ticket. I thought that was a cheeky little nod.
With the little note. Yep.
They really, really drew that out to like, this is where he got the idea for the golden ticket type thing. And two of the songs that they took from the original, the Mixes It With Love and World of Pure Imagination. I was glad that they came in. Like, I think they're probably the two most iconic songs.
100.
And the Oompa Loompa songs in this one are eerily similar to the original Oompa Loompa songs as well. They avoided the Johnny Depp ones.
Like I said, I can't now you mentioned it, I can't even remember the Johnny Depp ones. I'm gonna have to go watch that movie again.
Don't. No, just don't.
Wait.
Just watch this one and then watch the 71.
Are you a Johnny Depp hater altogether? Is this something? Are you like coming out of the closet here?
Just that movie. That movie is so bad.
You have so much beef with it. I don't understand.
It just has no heart and soul. No, it's trash. It's trash player. No heart, no soul. It's a plastic money grab.
Oh my God. What the hell's this then? If that's a plastic money grab, what's this?
I thought this was delightful. Like, it's a kid's movie, but it was delightful.
Yeah, no, I do agree. It was delightful. It was fun, but I just didn't enjoy it. Like, it didn't tickle my fancy. It wasn't for me. I love the idea. If this little franchise of this prequel situation and kids movie thing going on is to grab my full attention, I want an Oompa Loompa spin-off, a side hustle Oompa Loompa movie. How good would that be? And surely they've just teased it a little bit by having the Oompa Loompa Island and the Hugh Grant character and whatnot.
I thought we were going to get a lot more Oompa Loompa story in
not enough Oompa Loompa. Hey,
it was all sort of back end of the movie.
Yeah, not much Hugh Grant in this. Hey, like he's the Oompa Loompa character, and he sort of came in and out with not much context too. I don't know.
It was weirdly keeps stealing the chocolates, and then all of a sudden he's there and he's helping out.
It's like let's lay it out like this: the Oompa Loompas came in for Wonka, like they worked in his factory. I don't think we needed to have them in this movie, but I feel like they've just chucked them in because it's like the whole Wonka universe, Oompa Loompas, and it's like a recognizable thing. They really didn't need to be in this.
Yeah, I thought this movie was like about him getting the Oompa Loompas to work at the factory, and it kind of has that, but it's very like a last minute like thing. Like, hey, I've paid you back now, but
they needed to.
I can pay you more. It would have been weird to not have Oompa Loompas in a Wonka movie.
It sort of would have, but I mean, they didn't do it right. There need to be more.
Yeah, would have liked to see another like half an hour where he goes and like meets the rest of them.
Boy, that off topic here. Who was the flamboyant chocolatier with like the wig? Is he old mate from Little Britain?
Yeah, Matt Lucas as Prodnose.
Matt Lucas.
Now are they so much in this movie?
Yeah, they all pissed me off big time.
He was dumb as like Slugsworth. It was fine, and Fickle Gribber was okay.
Is Slugworth the only legit one?
Dumb.
But the other two in Wonka, I don't, because obviously Slugworth. Everyone knows Slugworth. Yeah, the Voldemort of Wonka land.
I think Fickle Gribber and Prodnose are mentioned in the Depp one.
So I really want to go back and watch both. You know what character I did like? You know, I thought it was pretty funny when the cop started getting fat. That made me giggle each time. That was
Keegan-Michael Key as the chief of police.
Yeah.
He just slowly gets fatter and fatter by eating all of the chocolate.
Yeah, that was good shit. But back on that note of like kids movie and nothing really edgy in the adults side of things. I thought that was a pretty grim, like the way they Wonka and his little, what was her name? The cleaner girl?
Noodle.
How they were left to drown in the chocolate. I thought that was pretty full on for a kids movie.
Yeah, I think the whole chocolate cartel was like pretty sinister, but they didn't come across as like they were evil and they were doing the wrong thing.
Yeah,
they weren't like threatening because they were just oafs and doofuses.
Yeah, they would
Like,
tiptoed around.
particularly Prodnose, like he was just an idiot. I couldn't do anything with any subtlety. Anytime Slugworth and Ficklegruber were trying to be like coy about what they wanted the police to do, he would just come out and blatantly give that away. Like, oh, I mean by death. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, we get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just takes away all of the like threat.
It did fit the character, but yeah, I don't know, like, man, there's lots of odds and ends in this movie, like things that didn't really need to exist and things that are probably missing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, is this going to last long in cinemas, this one? It will, obviously, over the holiday period, but after Christmas,
it's
probably see you later. It'll go straight
probably much
to
more
Disney
of a
Plus. Disney Plus?
No, it's Universal.
Warner
so
Brothers.
be,
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner. So it'll be somewhere else. But,
it'll be on,
and the other
Big W shells on Blu-ray probably straight away.
The other callback I wrote down was Wonka eating the edible teacup as well. I loved that bit.
Did he? Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
when he opens the store, he's eating it. He's drinking a teacup and he bites it at the end.
Does he bite it? I didn't notice him bite it because I was looking out for it. Or was I watching someone else with a teacup and bite it?
Noodle had the teacup as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think she bit into it. But yeah, Willy definitely did.
Yeah. Yeah. Also on Noodle and the whole her missing, that was a weird storyline, wasn't it? Like how she was
orphan child.
Yeah. I don't know. There's lots of weird like odds and ends in this. Like I said, they just teased heaps of little stories.
They were definitely trying to go for the Charlie Bucket, down on her luck, really poor, just struggling to get by story. But like I thought she was fine. I didn't connect with it anywhere near as much as Charlie Bucket. And I think that's because in 71, we actually get to spend like the first half hour of that movie. And it's only like 90 minutes. But we spend like a good 20, 25 minutes with Charlie and getting to know Charlie and his situation. This one, we're immediately with Wonka. And then she's kind of just, oh, let's attach her to Willy.
Yeah.
So we're more invested on Willy getting his final outcome, not so much Noodle getting rescued.
Yeah. That's what I mean. This movie is just made for fun. Like you said, you couldn't really had time to connect to characters. I don't know. Maybe Giraffe I connected to the best. That was fun.
Not the security guard who was just like constantly.
How good was that little love story? That was cool, eh?
Yeah, the two security guards that were shockingly in love with each other.
He drunk called her, then she got the drunk chockies and drunk called him, and they were both security guards. That's true love, man. That was cool. That was that was probably the coolest little storyline of the whole movie. That and the giraffe getting milked. And actually in Rowan Atkinson of Mr. Bean fame. How'd he go, you reckon? Do you reckon he needed to be in it?
No, that could have just been any random actor. They didn't need to pay Rowan Atkinson fee.
I don't know why that existed. But nonetheless, there were oohs and there was ahs, as you'd expect.
Yeah. I was like, I got that shock moment when he popped up, but then I was like, okay, that could have just been anyone. It didn't need to be him.
Ones, like in Oppenheimer, we knew a few characters. Do we know Matt Damon was going to be in Oppenheimer beforehand?
Yeah.
There was a couple surprise packets in Oppenheimer, I think. But like movies like that, you can get away with it. Like, why the hell was Rowan Atkinson in this by surprise?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just.
I don't know, man. This is a weird movie. Like I said, I like the idea of the prequel.
I feel like if Rowan Atkinson was going to be in this, he should have been like the King Oompa Loompa on the island.
Yeah, or he could have been like one of the evil chocolatiers. Like he could have played like a Slugworth, like a more prominent role. Not just like the Pope thingo person.
Yeah, it was just weird. What did you think of Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka, though?
Yeah, he's a freak, bro. Kid's got it. He's just got it.
I think he's definitely
He's
the
it.
strong in this movie.
He's him. Yeah, like he's the anchor of this movie for sure. Like who else would you have do it? He killed it.
He
Is
did a
that
great job.
was that all his singing too? I think it would have been,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
like good.
even before we went into this, I was just thinking, geez, these are some big boots to fill, like,
Yeah, it's a big
to
boy
take
role.
on the role that Gene Wilder did so phenomenally,
I
and
guess
then
it's
Johnny
like,
Depp kind of ruined. But
would you put it on that level of like portraying a president or portraying like Hitler? Like it's big shoes to fill. It's like a big role to play.
it'd
He's
be
a
like
man.
someone stepping in and taking over, like, the Tom Cruise role in a future Top Gun.
Yeah, look.
Like, everybody knows this character as Gene Wilder. Like, we all know Johnny Depp did it, but most people, like, Willy Wonka, you think Gene Wilder. So, like, for him to then step up, like, right, I'm going to give this role a crack. I thought he did a fantastic job.
You know what?
He was silly, but also like a genius and in charge and going for what he wanted without being like the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka, who was just dumb. He was just silly. Like, he didn't.
He's confident though. He's in all the roles he plays. He just wears it and goes all out. And I've heard Scorsese speak about Chalamet, like how much he loves listening to him talk, and just he's had so much respect for him as like a performer.
Yep.
And on that note, you mentioned Johnny Depp and like remake movies. Chalamet. I can see Timothée Chalamet playing Edward Scissorhands in a future remake. How cool would that be? That'd be sick.
That's another. I think that's probably an even harder role to take on because it is so. Like, there hasn't been a remake that stuffed it up. Like, it's
He'd
just
kill it.
It'd be like when Johnny Depp did Gene Wilder. Like, this one is a beloved classic, and now we're going to remake it.
Yeah, but as far as Chalamet being cast as Wonka in this, yeah, he killed it. There was never a doubt either. He's the reason I went to see this movie.
Yep.
Yes.
In terms of like the major theme for this movie, what would you say that was?
The theme?
Yep.
Visually or on a deeper story
on the story level?
Rags to Riches or David versus Goliath?
Yeah, I pulled a line from the movie, the greedy always beat the needy. But then, like, with Willy Wonka's magic, he overcomes that. And I thought that was a cool, like, story of, like, if you are passionate about something and you just try and do the right thing by your friends, ultimately you will be able to achieve your dreams and live in that world of pure imagination.
Hey, what's the go with him not being able to read? Is that recurring?
I think that was just a new addition for this to try and help him and Noodle develop a bit more of a relationship.
True.
But it pays off in the end. That's one thing I will give this movie credit. Like, they put the breadcrumbs throughout the movie, and then when it becomes this heist movie at the end, in the last like third, all of those breadcrumbs lead somewhere and pay off at the end. There's nothing that's just like, why did we do that at the start of the movie?
Yeah. No, that did work well. That heist was cool though. That worked flawlessly. Yeah,
I think the heist was definitely the perfect like crescendo of the movie. Like, we've built towards this, and now we're getting payoff. And it was a good payoff.
It needed something to follow. Yeah, look, I don't know. What did you make of like when his chocolate got poisoned when he first opened his store? Then like the public who had Wonka on this pedestal and they loved everything about him quickly, in the drop of a hat, turned on him. But then all of a sudden at the end of the movie, he's a hero again, and the public sort of love him.
Yeah, they were very fickle. General public. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen like someone at the end of like when the heist is done, like just like one or two people still rocking the like
the Yeti
beard or something.
What was it? Yeti tears?
Yeah, Yeti tears or Yeti sweat or something.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was a fun moment.
Hey, I got a bone to pick with the location of this movie. Was it meant to be in Paris or like a made up city? They didn't really say, but you sort of got the idea that it was Paris.
I got very like Paris, Italy sort of feelings from it. Very like probably like in and around the Vatican type area because you had the big church and then like
weirdo. Like that shopping where the shops were, that like four corners, that big nice old building, glass roof. There's exact same. That is like a replica of like the mall. I don't know if I forgot the name of it in Milan. Like exact same. So I got Milano vibes from that. But then I swear there was like French signage on the buildings around. Then every time they panned out, it was like it looked like Paris, but there was no Eiffel Tower. I think maybe like the same as what Gotham City is in Batman, like New York. Like it's obviously New York, but it's just called Gotham.
Yeah.
Or Vice City is Miami.
Yeah, that's a big one at the moment. Then I thought that was a little bit weird too because the 71 Wonka is
where's that?
Germany.
Is it?
Which is a chocolate, a very big chocolate producer. So yeah, France, I was just like, whatever, it seems fine. But then I guess like he almost gets kicked out of town, but doesn't get kicked out of town. So
yeah, but then you know what's something that bothered me, and it probably shouldn't have. Why was he so set on that town, choosing that town, that city? Like, why couldn't he? If he got, why couldn't he just go elsewhere? Like, if it was, why was he so set?
I guess
because that was like the chocolate mecca.
Biggest,
yeah,
the three biggest chocolatiers.
He wanted to be the big. Yeah, he wanted to be the big dog in town. Yeah, I guess so. If he conquered that city with chocolate, then like that's that. Like if you conquer Paris with your fashion label, then you're it.
Or if you just conquer Europe like Napoleon.
Yeah.
The Miss Scrubbit character.
Yep.
Did you also get big like Miss Trunchbull vibes from her?
From Matilda?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a close-up shot, so like with her teeth and shit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's just like this mean, like
just
head mistress type thing. And
yeah,
I was like,
100%. Yeah, I got that straight away. She loved her gin though, didn't she?
She did love her gin, as did Bleacher. What did and we mentioned the Bleacher Scrubbit relationship. I loved the line where is it Willy or Noodle is like trying to convince Bleacher like to try and woo Scrubbit, and he goes, "She'll be thankful for some ankle, she'll be pleased to see some knees, and she'll be tickled by some thigh."
Bro, I did you look that up and try to get it exactly right, or do you remember it? Because
I think I might have got the tickled by thigh wrong, but I got the first two.
Yeah, what was it? She'll be thankful for some ankle. She'll be pleased by some knees. Yeah, I was like, that is so cool. I want to try to remember that. That is sick.
Yeah. Thankful for some ankle, pleased to see some knees, and then I think it was tickled by some thigh.
Or I'll be surprised by some thighs, maybe.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I need to look it up. Yeah, that was cool. I was like, I need to remember that one. That's a fun little party trick, that.
Yeah,
I've never heard that. That was good. Yeah, you nailed it too. Like the way you delivered it was perfect, I reckon.
Yeah, it was a great little like poem, and then it all paid off, and it was just that whole romance part for them was funny as.
Because Wonka was like, you know what they said? He's like, what do they say? That was funny.
Yeah, and that character gave me big Men in Black, like the original with the
more sugar.
Yeah, that guy.
more.
So that was fun for them.
Yeah.
And we mentioned how well Chalamet did today. He was nominated for a Golden Globe.
Was he
best actor in a comedy or musical?
What's he up against for that category?
Oh, you find out.
Damn right, it's a musical. If we haven't mentioned that yet, this is a musical.
It's
PSA.
very much a musical. Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid, Matt Damon in Air, Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, and Timothée Chalamet in Wonka.
Yeah, right. Is Golden Globes before the Oscars? Yeah, it is. Hey,
Yes,
because it's normally
they
a good
are
guy.
in. As of recording, they're in just under 26 days. So yeah,
That must be like a week before the Oscars. Then isn't Oscars in January?
yeah, I think it's like a week or two before the Oscars. But yeah, that's a pretty difficult category to pick there. I've heard incredible things about Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario and Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers. And from the trailer, Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction looks phenomenal as well. So that's going to be a real tough one to pick.
Yeah,
I don't think Timothy wins it. Is all I'm saying.
No, like it was a good performance.
Like he's good, but I don't think it's.
But that's what I spoke about with like Napoleon with Joaquin. Like he was great, but like we just know him to be great now. Like everything he does is just at such a high standard, and he is just an elite actor.
Yep.
And Timothy's the same. Like he was elite in this, but he is elite. Like he just did everything he normally does. Like it wasn't groundbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I watched this for Chalamet.
I
was expecting Chalamet to kill it, and Chalamet killed it. Like you don't win an award for that.
Yeah,
like he's just a.
Yeah, you got to surpass people's expectations to win the awards.
Yeah, but yeah, it's hard when he gets to that point. Hey, like that's probably why Leo went so long without winning an Oscar, because he's just elite everything he does. And it's when you sort of do yourself a disservice if you're that good. It's hard to be more than that good.
Yeah. Just looking at some of these other Golden Globe nominees. Best Motion Picture Drama, Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Past Lives, The Zone of Interest, Maestro, and Oppenheimer.
I think Killers of the Flower Moon is going to win the most awards. Across the board.
Barbie has the most nominations.
What's the difference?
I think Barbie got like 9 nominations, so it's the potential to win 9 awards.
Do you actually think Barbie can win Best Picture? What are you talking about here? Golden Globes or Oscars?
Golden Globes. So, yeah, Best Picture Drama, I think will probably either go to Oppenheimer or The Zone of Interest, because that Zone of Interest film, like the story of it, looks intense.
God, there's no market here for Golden Globes on the sports bet.
Yeah, give it a couple of days. Only just announced the nominees.
There's Academy Awards. Best Picture. See, Barbie's paying $15. It's like 7th favorite. Oppenheimer, $1.67 favorite. Killers of the Flower Moon, $3. Poor Things. What does Poor Things ring a bell?
It's the Emma something. The girl from.
Oh, that's
super bad. I think the girl from Zombieland.
What's his name? Help me out here. Yorgos Lanthimos. That's his new one.
Yeah. Emma Stone is the main actor.
Yep. That's got a good cast in it.
Best Motion Picture for a Musical or Comedy: Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May, December, or Poor Things. Again, tough.
This is an exciting award season, though, I will admit. There's been so much good shit this year, as we both know.
Yeah, I think this will be one of those years where it's like a lot of these awards could go like 2 or 3 different ways. They're not necessarily like, oh, that one's just going to sweep everything it's in.
I know, this is rare air that we've got like a few massive films this year. Like there's probably like I said, 3 or 4 that could get Best Picture. There's like, who knows who's getting best, like leading actor and actress, whatnot.
Yeah.
At our I really want to tune in and watch this whole thing live this year, not just catch up on it.
I think I will watch the Oscars. Like I might just put it on the iPad while I work.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be
yeah, I might
pretty
clear this
stunning,
bit,
some of
that
these
one.
results.
I'm pretty keen for it. Post strikes too should be interesting.
Yeah, well, I think the Golden Globes would be like the first big awards thing that they can all go to, which would be interesting.
When's the SAG Awards? Because that's
Awards,
normally like the week. Is that normally like the week or two before the Oscars? Because that's normally like the most accurate guide of for Oscars.
February 24th, 2024.
When's the Oscars then? Is Oscars February? I always thought it was January.
The Academy Awards nominations January 11 to 16. Official nominees are named on January 23rd, with the Oscars to be held on March 10th.
Oh, March.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're always like quite late.
What would I know? What is everything? Are we is it just Mozzie plague or something at the moment?
That's adapter thing. That's all you.
So I'm under attack, bro. I'm inside.
Probably because it's been hot and
I'm even
wet.
safe in my own house.
So yeah, as we close out the Wonka review, the final sequence where Willy begins to imagine his chocolate factory and like show it off to the Oompa Loompa played by Hugh Grant, which is, what was his name again? Lofty.
Yeah, that was there.
As they were showing that off, I was sitting there thinking, I can totally see this being a theme park land or ride. I'm pretty sure it's Universal Studios.
100%, bro. 100%.
Like,
yeah, Universal Studios. Yeah, it had that vibe. Hey.
Yeah, like
that would make
I was
an
getting
absolute
big like
killing with
Super Mario
merchandise.
Land.
That would make a killing with merchandise off this like theme at the theme park. You name it, they will sell it. Hey, on that note, we got some gifts when we went to see this. We got chocolate toothpaste. Have you tried it?
I didn't get one because I can't have it. I'm on special toothpaste.
Oh, sorry, you got special toothpaste already. Well, I had my special toothpaste, the chocolate one, and it was surprisingly not horrific. Like it was
I've heard that High Smile toothpaste is pretty good.
Right, it slapped. Like I wouldn't have it every night, but I had it and I was like, this is actually all right. Like I'm not going to throw it out. It was weird. I don't know.
Because
like,
it's not the flavor you're used to with toothpaste.
It caught me off guard. You just don't get that minty freshness after it, so it's probably not ideal before bed. But it was good. I'm going to give it.
I guess if you do it and then the mouthwash or something after, you get that mintiness.
Yeah, it did the job. It was good.
But, yeah, I think
they done a very good job of making that.
If we weren't so attuned to like, oh yeah, you brush your teeth and it's mint. Like I think if you got kids onto stuff like this, it'd make brushing teeth way easier.
Oh yeah, true.
Like here's some chocolate flavored toothpaste, or here's some other random flavored toothpaste. Like I'm sure they have like some crazy flavors.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Flavored toothpaste. Here we go.
Is it all full of sugar? It'd have to be.
No, it's like proper toothpaste. Like it's healthy. It's good for your teeth. So they have watermelon, the Willy Wonka chocolate, grape bubblegum. That's dangerous. I'd be brushing my teeth all day.
Brushing your teeth with Zappo juice.
Strawberry, banana, vanilla, mango sorbet.
Is there a Carlton Draft flavored toothpaste?
Peach iced tea, coconut whip, red velvet cake.
Far out. Is that all with high smile?
And then smooth mint. Yep.
Really?
Yep. High smile toothpaste.
Here,
and if you bundle them, you can save.
Bundle and save. You heard it.
We just made an ad for High Smile toothpaste without being paid. High Smile, hit us up.
Not an ad, but an ad.
Yeah. When they were handing those out, I was like, that's going to be such a trip
Yeah,
I'm
I
pleased to
was
hear it was
cautious,
actually pretty good.
but I'm like, no, stuff that night when I got home, I'm like, stuff it, I'm trying it. And it was actually, I was like, oh, this is actually all right. I was like, I'm just going to try this once and throw it in the bin. But I had it and I was like, no, I'm going to keep
I
this.
might just
Save
keep
it
that
for a
around
rainy
for
day.
some.
Maybe I'll just squirt it in my mouth throughout the day when I'm peckish. Keep it in my pocket.
I guess it's a good thing, like
it's whipped
when you just
cream or
want that
something.
like sweet chocolate hit, but you don't have any chocolate in the house.
I might actually read the back and see what's good in it. See how.
Yeah. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that it's pretty healthy. It's a fluoride. It's got
They have to be.
fluoride and everything in it. Like it's got all the stuff that normal toothpaste has.
It tasted like, it was weird. Like it tasted like toothpaste, like, and it foamed up and it like it did its job, and it didn't actually leave your teeth brown or like it was weird in it, but it tastes like chocolate. It's very well made. I'll give them that.
So as we conclude the Wonka review, what would you rate Timothée Chalamet's Wonka out of 5? How many golden tickets you giving this one?
Golden tickets, you reckon? Look, I don't know. If I'm giving this.
I love how this breaks you every week. Like you forget that you have to rate them.
I'm giving this 2.5
Ooh.
silver sterlings out of 5.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
I was going to give it 2, but because of the chocolate toothpaste, I'm feeling a bit alive. I'm feeling a bit happy you got me at the right time. So it's a 2.5.
Yeah, okay. I gave this a 3. It's fine. It's mindless viewing. I wouldn't rush out to see it at the cinema. I'd maybe just like wait and check it out when it's at home.
I've been telling people to not bother at all. I'm glad you didn't give this more than 3 because it would have been a problem. Serious problem.
It's like it's solid. It did everything I had hoped. It didn't ruin my love for 71. It was better than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. So yeah, in terms of rankings, where would you put the 3 movies?
Like I wouldn't even rank them in the same like category.
Yeah, I think for me it's Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka, and the Chocolate Factory.
Daylight, absolute daylight.
Easy top, a big gap. Wonka,
huge gap,
and then let's just put Charlie and Chocolate Factory in the corner and forget about him.
I just want this on the public record though that this is an out and out kids movie.
Yeah, don't go into this if you're 35 years old and wanting to relive 1971 Willy Wonka.
Yeah, if you're after nostalgia and like a fun Wonka movie, don't watch this. Like it's a waste of time. Don't do it. Like you're better off without watching it.
Just put Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory on Stan.
Or just I don't know. Don't watch this or Squid Game challenge. Like you're better off without seeing both of them. Don't even worry about scratching the itch.
Okay.
Watch Edward Scissorhands instead.
Good. Alrighty. Thank you everyone for listening to the commentary booth. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe on podcast services and on YouTube. You can follow me on social media at JamieUpsMedia and at Pario Magazine. And you can follow Blake on Twitter at Captain Crumbs with a Z. The Commentary Booth is a fan-funded production of Jamie Ups Media. You can support the podcast alongside our magazine, Pario Magazine, on Patreon at patreon.com/JamieUpsMedia. The following people supported at the publisher level or higher, and you cannot fathom how incredibly appreciative we are for their support.